Good morning and welcome to the Steve Jobs Theater. We have a huge morning planned for you with some truly big announcements. So I'm going to dispense of my usual updates and get right into it. Yeah.
So Apple has announced their brand new 2019 iPhones along with some tongue twisters.
Low temperature polysilicon and oxide display.
The Super Retina XDR display.
And some new ways to make money. Typical Apple. So as a tech YouTuber, it's my responsibility to have some views. And according to my impression, you should not consider selling your kidney, or your house, or your car, basically your fortune. Let me tell you why. Hey everyone, my name is Parth, you're watching InfoPal, and let's begin. So let's start with their first announcement, the Apple Arcade, which is a new gaming platform and that can be accessed based on subscription. So for $499 a month, you will get access to a lot of exclusive and unique games like Jumping Frog, and an underwater game for which they have recorded sound underwater. Cool, but why immersive experience? But if I want immersive experience, I should better purchase a VR, right? So what Apple is trying to do is to become the Netflix of gaming, but spending $5 in an era where you get mobile games like PUBG, Fortnite and Asphalt for free. I think that's something even Apple fanboys will reconsider. What Apple is also reconsidering is how to proceed with their keynote, because now they are showing movie trailers in a tech event.
This morning, I want to share with you one of the most imaginative, thrilling, and thought-provoking dramas ever. Today, I am so excited.
Maybe I'm judging too much because those are Apple original. But anyway, the good news is the Apple TV Plus subscription, which costs around $499 a month, will come for free for 1 year if you purchase a new Apple device. Moving on, Apple has refreshed their iPad. I mean the normal iPad, not iPad mini or iPad Air or iPad Pro. God, there are so many iPads. Maybe because there are no good Android tablets to compete, they are competing with each other. Now the new iPad comes with a 10.2-inch display and a smart connector, and I think that's a good use of their old iPad Pro chassis. But what it doesn't get from the old iPad is the True Tone display. That is okay, but what's not okay that they are still shipping these iPads with A10 Fusion chip like last year.
This is crazy.
I think they should have upgraded the processor to A11 Bionic chip, but maybe that's for next year. I think this iPad should be called 6.5 generation, because mostly in this iteration what they've done is filled the shortcomings like smart connector to connect keyboard, the new iPad OS, and it will come in the same price as last year. So it's mostly about the missing features of last year iPad. Now talking about missing features, the new Apple Watch Series 5 comes with always-on display and a compass, and that's about it. Oh wait, there's a new material, titanium, and also ceramic. And yes, now the Apple Watch Series 5 will have international emergency call. So next time when you see your heart rate spiking, you'll get to hear "Go to hell" instead of "Bhaar mein jao." Just kidding. By the way, they are still keeping the Apple Watch Series 3 in their store because those are still unsold, and they have made use of the Series 4 by adding compass and always on display. Now that we are done with all the things, we can finally talk about iPhone Bumblebee. Sorry, iPhone Pikachu. I mean iPhone 11 with all new meme-worthy design. I mean it has a camera hump on a hump. It's like your disappointment keeps piling up. But all jokes aside, this was the best thing that Apple has announced in their event. It has an all-new A13 Bionic chip, which is obviously faster than last year's A12 Bionic chip. and it is way ahead than all its competitor. It also gets an ultra-wide camera compared to last year's single camera setup. So now you can take a very good curtain shot like this lady. It's not a curtain, bad joke. Also the camera has a dedicated night mode.
Here's an image with night mode turned off. Here it is with night mode turned on.
Finally, both the cameras can shoot 4K up to 60 frames per second, and you can toggle between the cameras when you are shooting a video. The front camera also can shoot 4K videos up to 60 frames per second, and then there is this new feature called slow motion selfies or slofies. Also it has a 3D stereo sound which will give you an immersive experience. The normal people also know that as Dolby Atmos, and it has what all the tech lovers look forward to, the new colors. But what makes this device really compelling is actually its price. Don't compare with other flagship killers, but compared to other iPhones, it has a very good pricing. I mean, this is the first time Apple has upgraded a device and reduced the price. The iPhone XR last year launched at $749 or about 75,000 Indian rupees. And this year, iPhone 11, its successor, has launched for $699 or 65,000 Indian rupees. So the downgrade of the price is actually the main upgrade of the device. And now comes the fun part, the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro Max. So is this Pro for only Pro users?
But it's also a product for all of us who want simply the best product made, even if we're not a pro.
So let's talk about why this device is actually Pro, or whether it should be called a Pro.
Pro display.
But no 90Hz or 120Hz screen.
Pro display.
The notch is still there.
Pro display.
But the pixel density is same as last year, and they have replaced the more sophisticated 3D touch with haptic touch, which is same as long hold for more options. That's it. Now the only real upgrade is actually the brightness of the screen, and it has a more contrast ratio than the previous year.
A pro level performance.
But it has the same A13 Bionic chip like iPhone 11. In fact, the iPhone 11 will perform better because it has a low resolution screen.
So what has our team done to help the battery keep up with this incredible level of pro performance?
Now the iPhone 11 Pro has 4 hours more battery life than last year's iPhone XS, and iPhone Pro Max has 5 hours more battery life than iPhone XS Max. Well, that's good, and also what's good is now they're packing their 18-watt charger only with Pro models, and it has a
camera system that we call Pro.
Now apart from a normal and a wide-angle camera like iPhone 11, it also has a telephoto lens of 12 megapixel. Now you can take a 2x or 0.5x optically zoomed photo. Now all these cameras can shoot 4K videos up to 60 frames per second, and you can also toggle between all the cameras while shooting a video. In fact, team of Filmic Pro has developed an app so you can shoot all 3 cameras at a time. The front camera is same as iPhone 11, so nothing special there. And among all this proness, they have not included the USB Type-C. They have included USB Type-C in their iPad Pro because they know that's what Pro people use. The Pro people don't need 15% energy efficient screen. They need a higher refresh rate, more performing screen. So the bottom line is Apple has not done anything special over the last year's model XS and XS Max, so they can call this one as a Pro. In fact, if the changes were so significant, they would not have removed iPhone XS and XS Max from their store. They have not removed iPhone XR from the store because they know it has enough differentiating feature over iPhone XR, so it can justify its own price. But if they had a slightly less expensive iPhone XS and XS Max, it would have been difficult to sell iPhone 11 and 11 Pro. So if you are gearing up for iPhone 11 and 11 Pro, I will say save your money and wait for next year, because the 2020 iPhones are going to be epic. This is Parth signing off from InfoPal, and I'll see you in the next video.